What's up, everybody? I'm back. Sorry it's been a while. Haven't seen you guys in a minute. I've been missing you. I hope you've been missing me. We're about to start the project on the 1954 Bel Air that I got from my wife. We're going to turn this thing into a daily driver. We just wrapped up the van project. Hope you guys enjoyed me building the van. We're about to head out here in a minute and go for one last camping trip in the van. And then once we're done with the camping trip, we're heading to go get a chassis and a truck swap for this thing. It's a 1948-ish F1. Sounds crazy, but the track width and the, what do you call this measurement right here? The frame, the wheel measurement from wheel to wheel. I can't remember right now. Anyway, it's exactly the same. So there might be some surprises, but I think it should fit. It's already got a Mustang 2 front end, disc brakes. It's got an 8.8 rear end, the rack and pinion steering. It's got everything we need. I'm going to drop a 350 in this bad boy. It's going to be sweet. It's going to be a lot of fun. We may mess it up. I don't know. But before we do that, we're heading to go camping. I'm about to go get some ice for the cooler, and we're going to do a little van camping, and we're going to go get the stuff for this, all right? So let me find the cooler, and we're going to head to town. All right, guys, we're here at Twice the Ice. So ready to get out into the woods, into nature. Just got to fill up the cooler with some ice, hit the road. Oh, here it goes. Got most of it. Oh my gosh. All right, I'm gonna holler at Paul real quick and head out there, I guess.
Yeah, man.
Hey, man. Hey, I just got some ice, and I'll be heading out your way in a little bit.
Yeah, I'm already out here. Yeah, I'm getting a fire going.
All right. See you there.
All right. See you in a minute.
Hey, Paul, can you come give me a hand with this thing? This thing's heavy. Man, it feels good to finally be out here. I'm about to get hungry, though.
What'd you bring?
All right, yeah, check this out, man. I brought some sandwich. Are you kidding me? My ice is already totally melted. I literally just got this. My bread's all soggy. This is ridiculous. All my food's ruined.
Man, that sucks, bro. That's why I ditched the conventional coolers and I switched to AUXITO a long time ago. Now it's no more hassle, no more ice, no more mess. You keep everything cold. You got dual zones here. One for the freezer, one for the fridge. Control everything off of your phone. Convenient little app. You just connect it straight to your phone. You got left zone, right zone. You can change between them. Turn refrigeration to freezer. It's pretty convenient. No more ice. And the C-Cop compressor, it's so quiet you don't even hear it running.
I can't even hear it at all.
No. This thing, you can run it off of a portable power supply, or you can plug it 12 volt directly into your vehicle. So this is the AUXITO Go 20.
Man, this thing looks awesome. This thing is super convenient, looks super portable. How can I find one of these things?
Man, you can go on auxito.com/OK Speed Shop, get 12% off.
12% off, that's a really good deal. So all I gotta do is use the promo code OK Speed Shop and I get 12% off of this cooler.
Yeah, man, that's it.
Man, I'm going to do that right now. Hey, you got any bread I can borrow?
Yeah, I got you, bro.
And we're back.
Going on a little parts run.
Big part.
We're down to Tejas.
We are going to get a new frame.
So if you guys remember in a couple videos back, Lexi decided that she wanted to get in on some of the OK Speed Shop action. We got this Bel Air. We went to Hot Springs, Arkansas.
Loved the patina. I'm usually more of a let's paint it type girl, but the patina on this one's excellent.
So we brought it home and started trying to figure out what we were going to do with it. The more we looked at it, we realized 3-speed on the column, drum brakes all the way around, no AC, straight 6.
No power steering.
Yeah, no power steering. That was the other thing. So we're like, okay, is this going to be something that Lexi is actually going to enjoy and go start up and drive to go pick the kids up to school or go get groceries? And I think if the answer was no, right?
Yeah. And I wanted to enjoy it. Like, I bought it to enjoy.
We got this thing to drive. So then we had to debate on how important is it to keep this car all original. I mean, it's a 4-door 54 Bel Air. We didn't feel like it was something that we needed to preserve and just store away in the garage and look at every now and then.
Yeah, we're not trying to make it a show car.
Right, it's not a family heirloom or anything.
Right.
So we decided to make this a car that we could enjoy, that she would feel confident to go in, fire up, and drive around, take the kids around, stuff like that. So then I had to figure out how to make this a reliable car. One option was to find a single cab, long wheelbase Chevy S10.
Right.
And strip it down and put the Bel Air onto that frame. But it's almost impossible to find one because it's such a good swap. So it's like looking for a real life unicorn.
Needle in a haystack.
Yeah. Any other puns before we move on? Okay.
I don't know anymore.
Me either. So the other option was to get on Summit Racing or any of these other LMC trucks, stuff like that, and start ordering power steering conversion, disc brake conversion, all of that. And that price started mounting up really quick.
Yeah.
But
and again, it's not a show car.
Right.
So we don't want to put that.
We don't want to have 50 grand in this.
No.
But the straw that broke the camel's back and the needle in the haystack was when we realized that in order to change the 3-speed on the column transmission, we couldn't just put a turbo 350 in it because the 54 Bel Air has the enclosed drive line attached to the rear end. So in order to change the transmission, we also had to change out the rear end. It's way out of budget.
Yeah.
So we got on Marketplace and we found a creative solution. I guess is what I would call it. Creative.
Or crafty.
Crafty, creative. One of my buddies, you probably already know, Lance Bush from Turn and Rust. If you haven't subscribed to his channel, it's awesome. Go check it out now. So Lance had for sale a 1952 Ford F100. But not just any Ford F100.
Just wait.
Listen,
it gets better.
This thing has had some work done to it. It has a Mustang 2 front end. S10.
I did it steering column.
I did it steering column.
I remember that.
Not cheap. She keeps saying randomly, I did it.
I did it.
Disc brakes already all the way around. So anyway, it's not just like we're trying to turn this thing into a Ford. This is pretty much a custom frame that's got all the parts on it that we need. So we're going to strip down the 52 F100 parts. Those are going to be for sale, by the way. And we're going to put this Bel Air on this frame. Anyway.
Check back.
Here we go. Hey. So we traveled down to Bogota, Texas to meet up with my good friend Lance and Wyatt Bush from Turn and Rust. If you haven't subscribed to Turn and Rust, go do that now. It's an amazing channel for automotive enthusiasts. It was crazy pulling into Bogota because I used to live there for a while. But when you pull into Bogota, you know exactly that you're in the right place because you see all of Lance's cool projects that he has sitting outside. You need to go see him sometime. When we got to Lance's, I realized that the wheels that I brought to put on this thing to roll it on the trailer were the wrong lug nut pattern. I brought 5 by 4 3/4 and I needed a 5 by 5. So we had to scour Lance's junkyard, which was amazing, by the way, in order to find something to roll it up on the trailer. So he allowed us to use these hot rod wheels here with the agreement that I would bring them back at a later time. So here we are getting these set up. And of course, I'm making Lexi do most of the work since this is her truck.
Is the truck like Frankenstein enough already?
Yeah.
I hope it works out good.
I do too. It's gonna be a creative solution to the problem.
Yeah.
So we were trying to figure out how to make it a reliable daily driver for her, and you start converting to disc brakes and power steering, and then that 54's got that enclosed drive line, so if she don't want 3 on the tree, she's gonna have to change the transmission and the rear end.
Yeah.
So it's like you're changing everything anyway, might as well just put it on something else. So when this popped up and the wheelbase was right, I thought, I mean, that's everything we wanted to do anyway.
Yeah.
So hopefully it works.
It's expensive. You start, pricing some of that stuff individually. So.
Right. So we're hoping that this will save us a little time and money. We'll see.
Thank you very much for the car. I'm like, spend more on
Oh yeah.
everything, way more than the car.
Yeah.
They fall off when you let it out. It ain't my fault.
So after a little bit of work, we finally got her where she would roll, and Lance was kind enough to help us get her loaded up on the trailer, and we got her loaded up, strapped down, and hit the road. On the way home, we had to take a alternate route so that we could drive past the house that we lived in when we first got married, so that was kind of a trip down memory lane, and here we finally made it home to started unloading her a little bit after dark.
Let's go good on the other side?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so since you guys loved whenever I called my father, Matt Cameron, the truck expert, I'm going to be calling him that for the rest of the video, is now working on getting this on whatever that is called. And I am just filming along, and yeah, Bandit's barking at my Nana. She's pulled in, and so, yeah.
What's up, YouTube? We're back in the shop today on this chilly January day, and today we're back on the 1954 Bel Air, where I'm going to take this all original car and turn it into a daily driver resto mod for my wife. Everything's got to go. This may be a controversial build, but hey, it's my build. We're going to have fun with it. So let's go. So here we are a couple months later. Life got in the way. I've had plenty of projects to be working on, but now it's finally time to drag this little thing into the shop and start getting her stripped down and ready to put the Bel Air on this thing. So today, just gonna be dragging it in there, trying to get all this stuff off, and then me and Lexi are gonna work together to clean the frame up, get it ready for paint, get all the old rust off of it, and make it look good. So I'm gonna saddle up the old Ranger and see if I can't winch this thing out of this hole. See if this old winch will do it today. Come on, baby. Yeah. Oh, come on up out of there, girl. All right, we got this whole thing in the shop here. Now to just try to figure out how to separate this body from this chassis. So as you recall, we've already got the Mustang 2 front end here, which is most of the reason why we did this. But there's some kind of shoddy work here. Needs to be changed out. Anyway, somebody did a little hack job on this cross member. So I'm actually gonna get rid of that cross member altogether. I mean, I don't know if they expected that to hold or what, but not gonna go with that. There's a cross member that is specifically designed for putting a small block Chevy into these old Ford trucks. So I'm gonna get one of those, and hopefully my steering column and steering shaft will route a little bit better. If not, we'll just put another joint in it and not chop out the cross member. I don't understand that one bit. There's got to be some stuff too that I can put on this rust. This thing's been sitting outside and kind of got a little flash rust here on my hubs and disc brakes. So if you guys know what is a good product for that, please let me know, because that'll be what I'm doing in the next video probably. But I do see the front cab mounts are right here. These are going to have to come out. And then I was looking underneath. I don't know if you can see this. Obviously I'm going to take these steps out, but I think the rear cab mounts are right there. It's like a little bracket that just comes down and bolts through right there, if I'm not mistaken. I could be mistaken, but I think I'll take those out. And then I'll have to disconnect the steering column. I'll have to disconnect the brake pedal also. And then we should be able to lift this thing out. Shouldn't be too bad. All right, guys, enough messing around. This cab's not going to take itself off. So I'm going to start just looking for bolts and see if I can't bust them loose. Bolt's already stripped. I didn't do it though. I hope this isn't a bad sign that I'm already having to use vice grips on the very first bolt that I removed from this project. One's done. That one came out a little easier. So I got the cab unbolted. It's just floating there on top of the frame now. I think all that I have left to do is to get rid of this I Did It steering column and to get the brake pedal out from through the floor. And I think we should be free, ready to go. So I think I'm gonna tackle this thing starting down here. So this Mustang 2 front end, it's got this rack and pinion steering, and I don't know exactly where I need to pull this thing out. I'm just gonna go ahead and disassemble the steering shaft, and that should free up my steering column, and just separate those two, and then I'll figure out what I gotta do about the brake pedal. Let's see if I can break it free here. Looks like I'm gonna have to get an Allen wrench in there and maybe back this set screw out, and then I think it should turn loose of the shaft. Yep, so those were just like little set screws that were gripping onto this guy. So that should be no problem at all. I really shouldn't even have to loosen that one because I just want to leave that attached to the shaft, or to the column, I mean. I do want to free it from here, but I may have to wait till I drop it out of here first. And I may not be able to pull this thing out until I free up the shaft from inside. So looks like all I got to do here is undo these little Allen screws here that's squeezing down on this shaft, and then also right down in here, undo that from the floor, and this thing should come free. Yeah, buddy. We got a steering column. I was looking at this brake pedal. It's all one piece all the way, and it's tied into the mechanism. The brake booster, or not brake booster, but the master cylinder is actually right under the cab here, under the frame. And it's all one big mechanism. So I'd have to either take the whole master cylinder off right now, or I think I'm just gonna do this. I can do that right there. And whenever I go to lift this cab off, maybe I can just slide it out to miss that. So now I'm trying to figure out how the bed mounts up. And I crawled underneath the frame just past this first board, like right in this area right here. It seems like there's a bolt through the cross member, like right in this area. And it seems as if possibly somebody bolted the cross member down and then bolted the wood down on top of it. So I pulled that little piece up right there and realized there's not even a bolt through that spot. So I ended up jacking the bed up, and yeah, it's not even attached at all right here. There are a couple bolts right back in here and right here that I'm gonna have to take out, but I'm hoping that the other side's not attached either. Now we're here on the other side, and look at what the last ding dong did. We were working so good together, and now I'm down here, and he's gonna make me get up. Thanks a lot, last guy. Can y'all believe the nerve of some people to put this in upside down, knowing that a socket wrench is not gonna fit? What is that? Something's growing right here. My fingers are so numb. It's so cold outside. I feel like I pretty much got everything torn apart here. I think I'm gonna air these tires up, and I gotta get this cab and this bed out of the way so that we can start cleaning up this frame. I was trying to think about maybe using my gantry crane to do that, but then I'm like, after I lift it off, how am I gonna get it out into the gravel? So I think what I'm gonna do is air the tires up, drag this whole truck outside, and use the tractor to just set the stuff off. Y'all ain't gonna believe this. I was jacking the bed around trying to figure out what bolt that I'm missing. I had all the bolts out, but it's not coming up. Guess what I found? Somebody legitimately tack welded the bed to the frame. Like right here is welded. The bed is welded to the frame. So I'm gonna have to cut that off. Dang it. I couldn't find my goggles, so I'm just gonna have to give it the old safety squint. Well, that was beautiful. Scarred up the frame a little bit, but it'll fix pretty easy. All right, we're finally loose. I'm gonna air up the tires, roll this thing out. Come on back. Before I get the tractor out on this old bed, I think I'm just gonna see if I can't just get manly with the old girl. See if I can't set her off right here. Yeah, that was way easier than the tractor. All right, so we got her out of the barn there. Now the plan is, I'm gonna take this little, what do you call this, a spreader? Something like that. And I'm gonna run it through the cab like this. And I'm gonna hook a chain right here and one on that end and see if I can lift it up with the tractor and just back it up and set it off right here. Hopefully that works. Why am I in the truck right now, you might ask? Well, because I was about to fire up the tractor and actually make some progress in the shop, but the tractor was out of hydraulic fluid. So instead of setting the cab off the truck right now, I'm in town and about to go in and buy some hydraulic fluid. That's all right, I got plenty of time, nothing better to do anyway. Funny how a little bit of oil changes things. Let's go, boys. That actually worked. Yeah, now we got a chassis here. This is gonna be awesome. All right, I'm gonna go put the tractor up. We'll roll this thing back into the shop. All right, here she is, boys, in all her glory. Got a little body mount issue right here, but that's okay because we're gonna have to be moving all that stuff anyways. So I'll probably end up having to do some custom body mounts for that thing to fit on there. I had to fix where we cut the bed off here. Obviously gonna have to get a different trans cross member and engine cross member. So all that stuff's gonna be changed out. I really think this is gonna work. I don't know what the heck this is, but that doesn't look good. But here's our 8.8 rear end. Looks like we got new leaf springs, shackle mount, stuff like that. I think we got good bones here. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Is this gonna work or was this a bad idea? So in our next video, guys, we're gonna be stripping this frame down, getting rid of the running boards, cleaning it up, cutting off all the stuff that we don't need. And we're gonna start taking apart the Bel Air and getting ready to do this swap. But thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for the next video coming up. Don't forget to check out our friends at AUXITO. No more ice, no more hassle, no more mess. Click the link in the description below to save some money and help me make some money on your next AUXITO freezer. Like, comment, subscribe. Love you guys. See you in the next one.